Well, hello everyone. Just thought I'd give this platform a try. And try out the sample script they provide. Hi everyone, today I'm using Happs, an exciting new platform that makes it super easy for me to simultaneously broadcast to all my social channels and see all of your comments in one place. If you are enjoying my broadcast, I encourage you to download the Happs app today and subscribe for more content. You'll get 100 free coins for joining, which you can use to support my work. What is Happs? Well, Happs offers world-class broadcasting tools, a community eager to collaborate, in a simple way for viewers to support creators financially. Hey, Carlinda, welcome. Just taking this thing out for a test drive and see how it works. So far, and they're making a lot of improvements to it, so I think it's really going to be super good. Let's see. Just trying to figure out all the controls. Hi, Pam. Welcome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I got to figure out how the invite button works, where it's at and all that. Let's see, there's got to be a button around here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, I watched a broadcast this afternoon. It had 4 people on at the same time, and that was a lot more fun to watch. Get more interaction that way. If I remember right, I think the guy's name was Swift Beats. I think that's what his name was. But yeah, he had a pretty good broadcast this afternoon. See, I'm still looking, trying to find out where that's at. I know there's supposed to be a way to invite people. Probably looking right past it. Oh yeah, I agree. Periscope didn't put near this much work into their app. I just wonder what's going to happen when Twitter absorbs Periscope. It all becomes one. I kind of suspect it's probably going to have a lot of censorship, but I could be wrong. Oh, there's the button. Oh, Pam, if you're still here, I sent an invite to you so you can join in this broadcast. We can give that feature a try. See what that one says. Hey, Carlinda, I sent you an invitation. You can join this broadcast too if you want to. I think you have to exit the broadcast and go to your notifications, and the invitation, I think, will be waiting there for you. Oh, what happens there? Oh.
Hey, Roger.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. Staying busy.
Yeah, me too.
So what do you think of the Happs app so far?
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good. I talked to one of the owners of the Happs platform on somebody else's broadcast, and they say that they're going to eventually have all of the same features that StreamYard has.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going to have the green screen and the whole deal. So once they get that done, I'm going to drop my StreamYard subscription and stay with this one.
Yeah.
Because if you can
That
do the
would be
same
your
thing
best bet,
StreamYard
I
does,
would think.
yeah. I mean, if I can do the same thing StreamYard does and not have to pay for it,
Right.
there's no sense in staying with StreamYard after that.
No, not really. So, what you been up to?
Oh, just work. Mostly
Yeah.
just taking care of the cattle and trying to get some fence fixed and a few things like that.
Right. Well, you guys stay up late and you have to get up early.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think Twitter's going to censor everybody once they absorb Periscope?
Oh, yeah, they are. Well, they already censor you on Periscope anyway because, somebody can't even disagree with somebody without them being muted.
Yeah.
So, is that censorship? I think so.
Well, it is, but there's a difference between the broadcaster and his moderators doing the censorship and the platform itself doing it.
Right. But, there's not really a difference really because if you disagree with somebody on their thing and a moderator disagrees with you, then they have the power to mute you, or
Yeah.
and that's censorship. I mean, where's the freedom of speech in that?
Yeah.
And Facebook and Twitter, they're both censoring people now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, of course, I still think there's some difference if you're being censored by the broadcaster or the broadcaster's moderators is one thing, But then if you're being
Right.
censored by the platform itself, that's a whole nother ball game too.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
I think the broadcasters should have some control over their own broadcast,
right.
but when the platform steps in and does it for you uninvited, I think that takes it to a whole nother level.
Well, and that's what goes on over there anyway.
Yeah.
Because you gotta moderate a comment and determine whether it's abusive or okay, or you're
Mm-hmm.
not sure, you know?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it can be just you know, high woman of God or something like that, and they'll censor it like that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I've
something
seen that.
that's stupid. Oh, I mean, that doesn't
Yeah.
even make any sense to me, you know?
Yeah. But of course, I think that's because of their algorithm. They don't know because it's all capitalized and it's WOG stand for Woman of God, and the algorithm doesn't recognize it. So that flags it and then asks the human moderators whether or not it's something that needs to be blocked or not.
Right.
And I have
But
seen
yeah,
people
I
pop up in
mean,
there.
I was getting unhappy with Periscope anyway because it freezes half the time,
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think
you
we've
know,
got
and
better
I've had no
video.
problems with it freezing here.
Yeah, I think it's definitely better video on this platform. It seems to run a lot smoother.
So yeah, anyway. So what else has been happening? Anything?
No, not really. Just keeping busy working.
Yeah, it's my Christmas vacation from school, and I'm still working and doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Well, it kind of goes with the
But
territory, though, doesn't it?
yeah, my ministry is pretty how can I put it, demanding.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I
you
can.
know, I mean, it wears on it, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it's wearing on me, but you know, I mean, just comes with the territory and helping me to be more patient and more kinder to people, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're dealing with people all the time,
Yeah.
and people that are facing some pretty big challenges at that.
No, I know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know better than anybody because you've been there.
I know. I've
But that's
been there,
that's also
done
what.
that, you know, and I
Yeah.
just I watch it too much every day, and now and it's just like I just it's heartbreaking.
Yeah. Of
But
course,
I
the fact
try
that you've
not to
been.
get emotionally involved,
Hmm.
but it's kind of hard not to.
Yeah. But the fact that you've been through it is really what qualifies you to deal with it because you understand it
Right.
better than most people ever could because you've
Well,
lived it.
that's why I pick the night shift to work because of the fact that, you know, I mean, that's where you're gonna get the prime time, you know,
Yeah.
because they're used to the nightlife and stuff. So they can't go to sleep, you know, when most normal people are going to sleep. And so yeah, I
Yeah.
totally relate. So you know, and even 13 years after being out of it, you know, I still am a night owl,
Hmm. Yeah. A lot of years of conditioning made you that way.
right? And you know, I mean, I used to not be able to function during the day, but at least I can function during the day now, you know,
Yeah.
and have no problem. basically, but you know, it's it's definitely challenging,
Yeah. But
to say the least. But I like it, you know.
mhm. Well, I mean, your life is really another example of God works all things to the good of those who love Him and are called according to His purpose.
Exactly.
I mean, you're living it.
And you know, I mean, Ephesians 3:20, it talks about God will do exceedingly and abundantly all more than you can ask for or even think, according to His power and purpose.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so you know, I mean, I don't know. I just the the other day I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was like, "Well," she says, "Do you ever miss any of that stuff?" And I'm like, "No. Why should I?" You know,
Well, and that's just it. When you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, He changed you from the inside out. You took away your desire for sin and gave you a desire for righteousness.
right.
And most of the world
But
could
yeah,
never understand that. People
I
who are still
I
in the
don't
world
have
will
any
never.
desire to go back because I see it now,
Yeah.
you know, in my ministry, and it's just like it's no fun.
Yeah.
You know, it what's fun about it? Nothing, in
Yeah.
my opinion, anymore. You know, and the further away that I get from it, the less I understand how I tolerated it. You know, and how I put up with it.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I do understand in a way, because, well, just because, you know, I mean,
Yeah. Well, you really didn't know anything better back then.
no, not really. And my life's good today. I mean, I can't complain.
Yeah. Yeah. 13 years ago, could you have envisioned where you're at now?
No, I mean, in a year, I'll be ready to graduate with a PhD degree. When 13 years ago, I had an eighth grade education, if that.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, and I get to work for the FBI or for a prison somewhere, you know,
Yeah.
a federal prison if I want to, you know, and so I don't know. I mean, we'll see what God does in that, you know,
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know yet. I mean, some people were like, "Why'd you go through forensic psychology?" Because I'm good at it,
Hmm. Yeah.
and games, you know, game recognizes game, real recognizes real, and
Yeah.
I know the gamut when I see it, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was part of your
So
street smarts.
yeah, and so I'm let's put it this way, I didn't fall off the turnip truck yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not stupid.
No, absolutely not.
You know, I mean, some people blame me for stupid, and that's fine, whatever, but I know who I am,
Yeah.
you know, and so
And God
it's
knows who
people
you are
that
too.
have to, you know, I mean, it's people that have to put somebody down that don't know who they are, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, that's one thing I discovered. I've had people that have talked about me behind my back and everything else, but it doesn't bother me because I know who I am and God knows who I am.
Right.
So
Well,
I
it
really don't.
used to bother me, but now it really
Mhm.
doesn't because why?
Yeah.
You know? So, what do you got going on tomorrow? Anything?
Oh, just the same old feeding cows, and got some more fences to fix and a few things.
Being a farmer is no joke.
No, it's a lifestyle. It really is.
Do you like it? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. It's really rewarding because, of course, I'm a person. I like to be able to see where I accomplish something. I like to see a physical
right,
result. And so with my job, I can actually see where I've made something better. I can see the results of my labor.
right.
And so for me, that's really rewarding.
Well, my mom's dad was a rancher and stuff, and so he left the family a well-known ranch in Wyoming,
Yeah.
and so we've kept it, but we have all that stuff, you know,
Mhm.
hired out because we're not into any of it. So
Yeah. And I mean, really, that's rent the land out is a good income source. If you're doing
yeah,
cash rent, and you've got good tenants, then you can always depend on that cash rent coming in on whatever day the contract says. And
right.
so it's a good guaranteed income source. But
I'm
yeah, I
not
don't.
sure how everything works, but I'm gonna look into it because my parents are getting up there.
Yeah.
So who knows? Well,
Yeah.
listen, I need to get ready to go to work,
Okay.
but I will talk to you later.
All right. Well,
All
maybe
right.
sometime after Christmas we can get together with Rick and do that one broadcast about evangelism.
Yeah. I was thinking of the first of the year anyway because there's so much going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're almost right on top of Christmas already.
Oh, I know. I
Time goes so
can't believe
fast.
this year's flew by quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it really has.
Well, I need to go, but I will talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks for stopping
All
by.
right. Thanks for having me, Roger.
Hey, you're welcome. Well, do we have anybody else in the audience? Somebody want to talk to me a little? Say hello? Hey, that says Peter Bittner was here. Everybody else must be on Facebook or Periscope. Doubt I'll probably get any comments coming in from YouTube anyway. Well, let's see. There we go. All right. Huh. Why not getting picked up on Periscope? Oh, what the heck? Well, I knew there's supposed to be a waiting period for that, but maybe it's not up yet. Oh, yep, I am on Facebook. Okay, so EJ was over there on Facebook. I can see it on my phone now. And blessings to Anthony Worley if you're still listening. All right. Well, let's see what else this thing can do. Try this function out. All right, that worked pretty good. All right. Well, that part works. So you can check over here. Check this out just real quick. Find out if I'm coming through on my YouTube. Yeah, looks like I'm coming through on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook. Well, that's good news. Periscope still isn't coming through yet, so I don't know what's going on with that. I need another stand for that thing. Well, what's notifications? Cool. All right, well, I could upload sample images eventually, it looks like. See when I have time to do that. Well, if there's anybody on this thing, just say hello so I know you're in the audience. Oh, let's see what this button does. Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, what did I do? Get dropped? What the heck? There, feeds back up on Facebook. Well, let's see what happens if I do this. Let's see. Gonna see here in just a minute whether I can do some screen sharing. That's right. Go down here. All right. Now we'll try this again. Give me just a minute, see if that loads up like it's supposed to. Because if it works, I should be getting Hebrews 1 showing up on the screen here. Okay, I can see I'm going to have to go back into Studio. Yeah, that's too narrow of a cross section. I'm going to have to switch views. Let's see here. There we go. Try landscape. If I can get that thing to switch over to landscape. Well, this isn't exactly working the way I want it to. So why is it not changing it? There, that looks better. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. See how that looks on the screen. Okay, on Facebook, it's kind of too big. See how that looks. Still too big. That's a little better. Yeah, now it's all fitting on the screen. So, Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. God, who at various times and in various ways spoke in time past to the fathers by the prophets, has in these last days spoken to us by his Son, whom he has appointed heir of all things, through whom he made the worlds, who being the brightness of his glory and the express image of his person, and upholding all things by the word of his power, when he had him by himself purged our sins, sat down at the right hand of the majesty on high, having become so much better than the angels, as he has by his inheritance obtained a more excellent name than they. For to which of the angels did he ever say, "You are my son, today I have begotten you"? And again, "I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son." But when he again brings the firstborn into the world, he says, "Let all the angels of God worship him." And of the angels, he says, "Who makes his angels spirits and his ministers a flame of fire." But to the Son, he says, "Your throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of your kingdom. You have loved righteousness and hated lawlessness. Therefore God, your God, has anointed you with the oil of gladness more than your companions. And you, Lord, in the beginning laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the work of your hands. They will perish, but you remain. And they will all grow old like a garment. Like a cloak you will fold them up, and they will be changed. But you are the same, and your years will not fail." But to which of the angels has he ever said, "Sit at my right hand, till I make your enemies your footstool"? Are they not all ministering spirits sent forth to minister for those who will inherit salvation? Therefore we must give them the more earnest heed to the things we have heard, lest we drift away. For if the word spoken through angels proved steadfast, and every transgression and disobedience received a just reward, how shall we escape if we neglect so great a salvation, which at the first began to be spoken by the Lord, and was confirmed to us by those who heard him? God also bearing witness both with signs and wonders, with various miracles and gifts of the Holy Spirit, according to his own will. For he has not put the world to come, of which we speak, in subjection to angels, but one testified in a certain place, saying, "What is man that you are mindful of him? Or the Son of Man that you take care of him? You have made him a little lower than the angels. You have crowned him with glory and honor, and set him over the works of your hands. You have put all things in subjection under his feet." For in that he put all in subjection under him, he left nothing that is not put under him. But now we do not yet see all things put under him, but we see Jesus, who was made a little lower than the angels, for the suffering of death crowned with glory and honor, that he, by the grace of God, might taste death for everyone. For it was fitting for him, for whom all are all things, and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons to glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings. For both he who sanctifies and those who are being sanctified are all of one, for which reason he is not ashamed to call them brethren, saying, "I will declare your name to my brethren. In the midst of the assembly I will sing praise to you." And again, "I will put my trust in him." And again, "Here am I, the children whom God has given me." And as the children have partaken of the flesh and blood, he himself likewise shared in the same, that through death he might destroy him who had the power of death, that is, the devil, and release those who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. For indeed he does not give aid to angels, but he does give aid to the seed of Abraham. Therefore in all things he had to be made like his brethren, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to God, to make propitiation for the sins of the people. For in that he himself has suffered, being tempted, he is able to aid those who are tempted. Well, I don't know if I have any audience out here, but yeah, the screen sharing seems to work all right. Yeah, I think the zoom on the StreamYard might work a little bit better than this platform right now, but I bet they'll fix it. Try that out. There we go. And I'm back. Oh, yeah. Huh, for some reason now the picture on Facebook and YouTube is kind of pixelated. What in the world's going on with that? Well, I'm just going to take it just for granted that there is no audience. Hmm. Okay, there that is. Remember that from the tutorial. Okay, what happens if I click that? Wait and see if there's any difference in the video on Facebook. No, not yet. Okay. Well, that looks pretty good. What happens if I go to grid? Hmm. Now I'm going to click this thing and see what it does. No idea what that thing's doing. Don't see anything changed. All right. Oh, for crying out loud. All right, they gave me a sample video to look at. See what this does.
Welcome to the Happs community. I'm Shivani Prasad, and I'm a journalist here at Happs. Happs is a community of journalists, talk show hosts, artists, musicians, vloggers, podcasters, and so much more. To see all of their content, be sure to check out the Discover page. So this video is an example of how you can upload video assets to your broadcast. We really encourage you to upload your own images and videos to the Happs studio to really make your broadcast your own. I also encourage you to take a look around the studio, and when you're ready, click the Go Live button at the top of the page. We're so grateful to have you as a part of this community, and we're really looking forward to the content that you create. See ya! Welcome to the Happs community. I'm Shivani Prasad, and I'm a journalist here at Happs. Happs is a...
Okay. Let's see what images I have on this thing. See what this is. Upload this image. Hopefully it's something I can use. Yeah, don't want that one. Trying to find a... I think these were probably backgrounds that I... Oh, yeah. This might be a good one if it is what I think it is. Yeah. Now, why did it put it sideways? Well, you can read it, but it's sideways. That's weird. Well, I've got settings here. What does that do? Well, that made it a little bigger, but still sideways. I do not know how I'm going to get that. How would I get that thing turned around? Huh. Well, that's definitely a puzzle. I don't know how I'm supposed to get that turned around the right way. If I click that. Oh, that zooms in. I see. Huh. That is definitely different. Grid. Yeah, it's still on its side. Huh. I don't know. There's a way to rotate it. I don't know what it is yet. Download another one, see if I can, what it looks like. Because it's presented right on the thumbnail on the side of the screen over here. Yeah, presented right on the side, but then let's close that. Well, that one's on its side too. Well, that's no good. Well, that was a previous one. This should be changing to this one. There we go. Yeah, that one's on its side too. Well, what if he's the only one in there? Will that change it? Nope. Well, at least you can read it. And it should really get bigger if I do that. Huh. And I'm back. One starting, two running. Well, it says that more people have seen it. Nobody's checked it out on YouTube yet. They haven't said anything about it. Well, I wonder what that does. Oh yeah, I've already checked that out. Looks like Facebook's dead. As far as having anybody paying attention to it. Is not broadcast into Periscope. Interesting. Well, shoot, without an audience, this isn't nearly as much fun. Well, see what I can do over here.
You need help. Let God help you through this.
Grace, your past is not the sum of who you are.
So what's your experience working with troubled teens?
Guys, this is Grace. She's here.
Well, supposedly it's sharing. What the heck?
Hey, do you think you're a good person? I'm going to put that to the test. Can you be honest with me? How many lies have you told in your life? What do you call somebody who tells lies?
Screen sharing's not working.
What are you? And you still think you're a good person?
What in the world is going on here? That should be. It sure was. Let's present that. Really? Why is that? I can do that just fine on StreamYard. How about now? It says error. Error presenting. Well, don't know why. No, it's not. Go back and try it again. It says error presenting for some reason. Well, evidently I can't share YouTube videos for some reason now. That's kind of disappointing. Well, let's try search here. Okay, we can load this up. Still error presenting, huh? Oh, let's go over here and try something different. I'm going to try restart server. Okay, looks like I'm back. No, can't do it. Well, evidently I'm just going to take it for granted you cannot share a YouTube video on here then. Or at least I can't right now. Well, some more buttons I can play with. Settings tab, what's that all And I'll be coming back in. There I am. Yep. Well, I suppose. That would work, huh? What's this do? Well, it's getting late and I don't have an audience right now, so I think I'm just going to call it a night.